EmPHorium. In the Philippines, I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat. And for the people in the US watching this live at the EmPHorium, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to at least check it out. Check us out. EmPHorium is a unique US-based, the first of its kind. Okay, the first of its kind. It's a Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the US market. And EmPHorium is actually a physical place. Like I said, that's where I'm at right now. It's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California. So if you want to come and visit, please do so. We welcome you. Just go ahead and let us know when you're coming. Thank you. But what the Live EmPHorium is, this is one of the tools that we use to create the awareness, the sales opportunities by people watching, and hopefully organically, or what we're doing on social media is reaching other people. And I think it is. At the end of the day, what we want is that awareness creation. Okay, so that's what Live at the EmPHorium is. And today it is packed full of amazing stuff. Are you guys ready to discover some new amazing products that are currently in the EmPHorium? I hope you are, because I was talking to both of these entrepreneurs and their products, and I was excited just listening to everything that they had to say. So I hope you guys get the same sentiment when you get to meet the two live demo presenter here at Live at the EmPHorium. For those who may not know who I am, my name is Ferdinand Soriano. I will be your host for this 23rd episode of Live at the EmPHorium. But I want to go ahead and say, greet everybody in the Philippines. Magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat sa Pilipinas. And also, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the U.S. market. In the U.S. part, I'm thinking always marketing, right? In the U.S. And I'm glad you guys were able to tune in. So I'm starting to see some people starting to trickle in and watch the show. And I appreciate all of you, keeping up, staying in tune with what we're doing here at Live at the EmPHorium. But just in case those people who are tuning in for the first time, I sort of want to always make sure that they know what they're tuning into. Okay, so first, what is EmPHorium and why we're going live at the EmPHorium? Anyway, so to make a long story short, EmPHorium is the first of its kind, okay? The first of its kind, US-based, Philippine-made product and inspired Philippine product showroom and global business center, and also virtual global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness at the EmPHorium. And Live at the EmPHorium basically, it's one of the tools that we use heavily to promote and create that awareness, create that sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And for those who may be curious where the actual place is, it's actually located in Los Angeles, California. And to be exact, be more specific, it's 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602, Los Angeles, California, and 90010. I just want to go ahead and make sure that you guys know all that, because if you're in the Los Angeles area, we welcome you to come in. We want you to go visit us. Now that I've told you where we are at, it's always important for me. I want to know where you guys are watching this thing. If you're watching in the Philippines, are you in the Ilocos Norte, Cavite, Pangasinan, in Negros? To me, I just want to know where you guys are watching, so we know exactly if we're reaching the certain areas that we want to be able to be connected with and pass along this message of what we're trying to do here for Philippine products. And if you're in the U.S., we definitely want you to stay tuned. Really discover these amazing products, okay? Because at the end of the day, not only they're good to maybe do some personal consumption of the product, especially the food, right? But you might be thinking of trying to start a business. Maybe we sell some of these products, put them online, right? Or maybe somebody has a store that might be able to use this product. That's why we rely heavily on these type of interactions. So please share the content here so people will know that we're trying to create this amazing platform to be able to promote Philippine-made products efficiently here in the U.S. Okay, so go ahead and oh, you guys have already started to do that. So let me go ahead and see what we've got here. Okay, Matt Medraso. Matt, hey, how are you? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I just want to acknowledge you. You're here. You're watching in the Philippines. Therese is watching. Matt, I hope everything is good, and we'll talk later. And I appreciate that. And also Tonette. Also, hello, Ferdinand Soriano, if he's there. And then I want to show all the people that are watching. Hi, Ferdy, from Matt. And then TC, which is she's a very long supporter of the show, says good morning from the Philippines and good evening, California. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you about what the show is about. The show is always about how do we get from point A to point B in terms of the products, right? So we'll have people here who will talk about shipping. Okay, we have a specialist here, and then we're going to be introducing a special guest. They're going to teach us, or rather, I'm just going to introduce them today, but we're going to be collaborating with them on how to be amazing on Amazon. Okay, in terms of the products, and they'll explain later. And also, we have our social media motivator and guru of attraction marketing. Hopefully, he's able to tune in later. His name is Sal Jimawan. And with that being said, I'm excited, but then again, I'm always excited every time I get to introduce two new products. But the products that, what's amazing about these two brands is that what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a difference in the world. Not only due to the products that they've made, but they want to innovate certain ways of making the product, right? And also marketing the product and distributing it, like I said. So our first live presenter or live demo presenter, I'll simplify it by just saying they make these amazing seaweed chips. That's right, I said seaweed chips. And it's not the little paper thing that if you're familiar with seaweed, you just put in your tongue and then it's all good, right? It's amazing. Let her describe it. I'm just telling you, it's not that. The second one, they make a line of food products with traditional Filipino ingredients and recipes, but with a twist. And I'll let her explain that. Okay, so again, if you are watching us right now, tell us exactly where you're watching us from, because it helps us be able to know that if we're making a difference in that area. Okay, so with that being said, I want to go ahead and start the show, and let me go ahead and introduce the first live demo presenter. Now, the name of the company is Manga by Iman. Okay, and the brand or the product that we're about to do a demo on is it's called Juana's Delight. Now, basically, just briefly, let me tell you a little bit about the company. You can appreciate the story of how the company was formed and why it was formed. So this way you understand their mindset and their thinking. So basically, in a nutshell, it's a social enterprise that helps local farmers in the Philippines. It helps bring women economic empowerment, and they send indigenous children to school. Okay, their main product is the seaweed chips. So to me, not only are the products amazing, but the whole purpose of what they're trying to do is something that I feel like every Filipino in the U.S. or anybody who cares about, opportunities and giving back should actually really, think about it and read more about Manga by Iman in terms of what they're trying to do, because it's all admirable. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our first live demo presenter. Her name is Alisa Sahali Tan, and she is one of the co-founders of this brand or this company, Manga by Iman. So let me go ahead and welcome her in. Hi, Alisa.
Hi, good morning, Sir Ferdy. Good morning from the Philippines. And I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm excited because, obviously there's always some challenges with certain things. So whatever happens at this point, I'm just glad that you're here. If we have any issues with the internet or whatever, it's all good. Just keep talking. But at the end of the day, I want you to tell your story about your company. We're going to do a quick demo of the product and then tell everyone what your goals are for this for the company and the product in terms of 6 months to a year from now. And then lastly, tell us what you want the audience to know about the product and what do you want them to do. Get a catalog, get some more information, maybe visit your facility or your stores, all of that. So with that being said, are you okay for me to just hand over the camera, so to speak, Alisa?
Sure. I also have a presentation prepared.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and, so you have 3 screens. I'm up on the screen, or 2 screens. So let me see if I can bring that up, okay? There you go. Is that it?
There you go. Yes, this is it.
Okay, let me go ahead and set this up. So I don't want to ruin your presentation by my having my ugly face in it. So I'm going to get out of the screen. Okay. Okay, the camera is all yours.
All right. So I'd like to introduce myself first. I am Alisa Sahali Tan, the co-founder of Mangan by Iman. So Mangan by Iman, it's an indigenous-led and owned social enterprise that was developed during the midst of a global pandemic. Uh, so this is our general business information. You may screenshot this so you know how to contact us. But definitely the best way to contact us is through Facebook, since we also have a team there that always checks messages, and you can also email us. So this is our business information. We're also active in TikTok, Instagram, and we also have an email. So for our website, we'll be rebooting it for next month. So you can also order it lang through our social media sites. The mission. So it started as a homage to the province of Tawi-Tawi, and it's fueled by sheer passion for community development. Mangan by Iman, it adheres to two values. So, alleviate communities and also change the perspective about Mindanao. Because when we say Mindanao, people would have this negative connotation of magulo or it's conflict or war torn. So we wanted to change that perspective by offering something new to the market, something unique, and something that has a cause with it. So we are a social enterprise that adapts to a circular and ethical business structure. We tap indigenous communities by providing them with decent jobs in respect to their cultural affiliations. Our business vision is to achieve inclusive growth and development, as well as the holistic empowerment of indigenous communities in Tawi-Tawi, as well as in Mindanao, and also to provide them with decent livelihood. We are also focused in working with essential yet often overlooked aspects in societal development, mainly through agriculture, women and children, and indigenous cultural communities. So we adhere to our company values of that we are a social enterprise made up with people working for achieving grassroots development in Tawi-Tawi and in Mindanao through active collaboration with indigenous communities. So, by adapting to that kind of a structural model, it involves farmers, students, and mothers as our main stakeholders. We pledge to a non-profit driven cause by delivering quality, authentic products while also fulfilling to our commitment of livelihood and education to our fellow brothers and sisters in Mindanao. So these are our social initiatives that we started during the pandemic. So for the first one, we gave away tablets to struggling university students so they can cope up with the new normal in terms of education. Since when the pandemic struck here in the Philippines, everyone went digitalized. The second would be we donated to the Datu Halun Sakilan Memorial Hospital. It's the only public government hospital in Tawi-Tawi. So we were able to raise donations and funds for our medical frontliners to cope up with COVID. So here are the donations: face masks, face shields, Lysol, vitamin C, PPEs, and sacks of rice. So these donations are from the profit of Mangan by Iman, as well as the donations from our customers, clients, and friends. Third would be donations to farmers affected by Typhoon Ulysses in partnership with 4 Hour Farmers. So far, our farmers is another organization in the Philippines that works for the elevation of farmers all over the Philippines. So it's headed by Miss Ange Tadena. She's really good. So we were able to provide 19 boxes filled with donation of canned goods, 5 boxes of hygiene kits, and 2 boxes of blankets to the farmers that were deeply affected by Typhoon Ulysses. So these were forwarded to Camarines Sur, Rizal, Catanduanes, and Agusan Sur. And we were able to provide support to 120 seaweed farmers in Tawi-Tawi by giving them Noche Buena packs to enjoy and celebrate the new year with their families. So these bags contained canned goods, rice, seasonings, coffee, hygiene kits, and food valid for 2 weeks. So we were able to do this through the continuous support of the LGU and the cooperatives of farmers in Panglimasugala. And we were also able to give tablets and iPads to indigenous Bajau children at Bangkao Elementary School through partnership with Smart and Huawei. So since we're a social enterprise, we also rely greatly to collaborate with MNCs or multinational corporations, also with other organizations to be able to be able to give short interventions as well. So we were able to provide 20 tablets and 1 laptop. Also, we are constantly in touch with Kids Who Farm on building a community garden in Zamboanga City. So this community garden is located at Barangay Mampang. So it's a seaweed barangay. So with Kids Who Farm, we uh, we are currently building this community garden for our seaweed farmers and their families to enjoy. So this is in partnership also with Mafisga, which is the Mampang Fisher Folk and Seaweed Growers Association. And then we also show them our products as a way for value adding. So in that manner, we also teach them what to do with seaweed other than just selling it on the market. This is also a way so they can boost their entrepreneurship skills as well as to integrate in the 21st century market. And this is the rebuilding of the Panglimasugala Sailing Boat School. This is where a profit of the seaweed ships goes. All right. So to have a rundown or a summarization, what we do is that we tap seaweed farmers all over Panglimasugala, which is a municipality in Tawi-Tawi. They source our ingredients for the seaweed chips, and then we employ mothers and housewives as our employees. So this is also a source for their women economic empowerment, and that they can support their families in a manner that they know best, and to also equip them with 21st century skills so they can properly integrate into the changing world of work. And then the profit for the seaweed chips, it goes to support the schooling of indigenous Bajau children, which are also the daughters and sons of fisher folk and the seaweed farmers that we work with. So, as of the moment, we are currently rebuilding their school, and we intend to finish rebuilding it by next year. And we can only do that through your support if you continue patronizing our product. So that's it for my presentation for today, Sir Ferdy.
I didn't want to stop you because I was sort of totally engaged with what you were saying because obviously with me, not well. the thing is that your products are already unique, right? But sometimes when you have a product where the brands are just fighting, well, maybe it's the same coconut product or something like that, but sometimes the story differentiates it, because a lot of people out there, they do want to make a difference, they want to help, they want to consume the product, but if they can help other people, create livelihoods in the Philippines, I think that, what you're doing is amazing. So now I really want to, because I've tasted your product, Elisa, when Matt was here last time, and I enjoyed it to the point where I think I almost finished the whole bag when it was here, and I was so embarrassed because I think I finished the whole bag, and Matt's probably looking at me going, "What a pig!" But he's a nice guy, so he wouldn't say that to me. But can we talk now a little bit about the actual product? Are you able to show us the actual product?
Yes, I'll just going to get my phone
Can
here.
you go ahead and take out the PowerPoint presentation, right? I'm going to take it out of the
Yes.
screen. Okay. There you go. Perfect. So now let me go ahead and see if I can add that one. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
So that's
You did your homework. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you so much. You actually, because I know that these products you sold out already. Just for everybody's information, I literally had to ask her to find the last bag of this product because it's sold out. This thing has been going off the shelf for I guess from the Philippines, and that's what Alyssa and I were talking about yesterday, right, Alyssa?
Yes, this is actually the last pack because everyone's hoarding for the holidays, for the holiday gifts for their family and friends. So, but don't worry, don't fret. We were going to restock by in 2 weeks from now. So by the first week of December, we're already back in place. All right. So this is the product. This is how it looks like. So this is 150 grams per pack. And just
One thing I like about it, while you're doing that, Elisa, is that I like the packaging. It's very attractive, and it makes me want to try it. I'm curious because obviously in the U.S. There's a lot of new discovery about seaweed, but I don't think they're not into it as much as I think in certain Southeast Asian countries. But it's starting to come here. They're discovering it. And that's for me, when I first heard of the product, when first Matt brought it to me, I thought it was those little dissolving seaweed paper or something, right?
Yes. Actually, Sir Ferdy, we wanted to change the packaging. We wanted to change it, but then again, a lot of people were messaging us that when they received the seaweed chips that they ordered, they started crying because those who ordered these chips are OFWs. They're OFWs, so they're
Yes.
in other countries, but they're from Tawi-Tawi. So when they saw the packaging, it reminded them of home. So we're like, all right, let's stick to it.
Yes.
All right, so this is how the chips.
Yeah. So that's why I think Okay, so I'm just going to give some side comments. But when I tasted this thing, all those from the U.S., it tasted like tortilla chips. And I'm not trying to offend what maybe what one is delight. That wasn't the purpose, but it tasted like that to me. I even told Matt when I first tasted it, but it's a compliment because a lot of people in the U.S., they're familiar with tortilla chips, but it had a great amount of seasoning and it's crunchy. And it's not going to break your teeth or anything like that, but it's delicious. That's all I can say.
Snack that doesn't taste like paper. So this is what it looks like.
Yeah, go ahead and show maybe a chip or something so that they can see. Yeah, you see that it's very it's very it's very satisfying in terms of when you eat it. You can eat a whole bag, but the beauty of it is that it's a lot of it is natural, especially the seaweed. And I don't know if you know what seaweed in terms of its content, but seaweed is a very healthy ingredient, there's a lot of them in the Southeast Asian countries, also obviously, especially in the Philippines. So I can see why a lot of companies have taken to it because it's sustainable in terms of the amount or the right, Elisa?
Yes. So, what differentiate these products from imported products from East Asian countries is that mangan by Iman seaweed chips, we don't use nori sheets, but we use real seaweed that we mix with malunggay. So it's packed with nutrients. It's packed with healthy ingredients that is suitable for senior citizens, with children, and it's healthy.
That's the whole attraction of the product. I think there's a lot of products, because I was telling you we were sort of doing a rehearsal yesterday, and I told anybody who is in the U.S. if you're familiar with Trader Joe's or Whole Food, that's the kind of product that it belongs there because it's unique, right? But it has some familiarity because of the tortilla chips, which a lot of people like, and in the U.S. they love snacking, have a Netflix night sort of thing where you just, go away at this thing. And like I said, the consolation for me, I get the whole bag, but it doesn't make you feel like you've really done something bad to yourself because, like I said, the ingredients are amazing in terms of the seaweed Philippines.
Well, a lot of our clients here for they use it as an alternative for nachos. They take this with salsa or other tomato-based dips. But what we partner with this is our spiced vinegar, but it's also sold out. We partner this with our spiced vinegar that costs like 140 pesos per bottle. Um, so those vinegars are also made by housewives, also to support them in their women economic empowerment.
Wow. You see, like I said, you consume them, you enjoy them, and then you're also creating livelihood. So let me ask you this maybe last question. What are your plans for the products in the very near future in terms of maybe the US market? Because obviously Emporium's job is to create awareness for all these products from the Philippines, but what we really want to know is that what do you want to do with them? Is that something that you in the US, Elisa?
Yes, in the long run, we plan to export it. We've also gotten in touch with the Export Management Bureau of DTI. Just last June, they contacted Mangan by Iman because they invited us to a sustainable expo in Bangkok. But since it was just after the elections, we were scrambling, we were going back to the city. It gave us a little time to prepare. So we respectfully declined the invitation. And but then we also spoke with the
Yeah.
economic counselor of the Philippine Embassy in Jakarta because he's my senior in the La Salle College of St. Benilde. There are a lot of interest from Indonesia because Indonesia is the largest exporter of seaweed worldwide. So he said making our products competitive is the key and that we have to know our selling points. So our selling points would be the beneficiaries, the indigenous communities that we work with, and also that it has a distinct flavor to it. It uses fresh, real seaweed and not nori sheets that we usually see in the market. So for the long run,
Yeah, that's what I was
um,
referring.
we
Mhm.
intend to export to international countries, especially in the US, because there are a lot of interest coming in from the US on seaweed. It's
Oh
becoming a
yeah,
very
yeah.
big industry in the US as well as in Europe, especially in France. Um, so we're just in the process of completing our documents with the FDA, but rest assured that we have been in touch with the agencies that are that heads export promotions.
Just out of curiosity, Lisa, the bag itself, the one that you're holding, how much is it sold in the Philippines for that? How many pesos is that?
This is sold for 150 pesos here in the Philippines, but due to the increasing rise of food prices, I think we're going to rise rise it rise the price of the seaweed chips too, but it's still not sure. We're still going to deliberate it with the rest of the team and see if it's feasible for our clients as well. For the spiced vinegar sauce that we partner with, it's 130 pesos naman per bottle.
Okay. So again, for all those interested, because I think the signal cut out, if you're interested in find out how much that is in pesos, and then obviously convert it here. I think there's a lot of opportunity as far as the profit margin on that. Now we're talking business a little bit. So if you're thinking about maybe selling it, there are companies out there that specialize in unique products, unique snacks. I want to go and do a shout out to Chibando in New York, because they specialize in curated products like this, and they've been selling unique products from the Philippines that have that certain appeal. So I think this will catch, or rather attract, or command a certain price, which is great. Now, the last thing that I think I want to ask you, as far as the product, is that when it comes to when it comes to this particular product, is there any other ways or plans as far as your how you want it to be sold in the U.S.? Is that you want to go out ahead and maybe talk to a distributor? You want to talk to a reseller? That's probably my last question for your segment.
Yes, we're open for collaboration such as consignment. It's what we do in Zamboanga City. So we almost like 100% penetrated the Zamboanga City market because we partner with restaurants and coffee shops all over the city. So that's what we plan to do then in the US. We would um, like to partner with distributors, resellers, because this product is one of a kind. Other than that, it has causes and advocacies in it, and there's market access interest. There are also a lot of interest from the public, and it holds a lot of potential. So that's it. That's why we're really
No,
we
you
would
don't have to
really
say more. I just wanted you to express. Oh, I just wanted you to express your desire to do, because you never really know who's watching the show. And if there's a distributor out there or an online entrepreneur who's thinking about maybe including this in their offering, I would love for them to know that you're open for all of these type of discussions with the product. Because I myself, I'm very excited for you. I'm excited for the product. I'm excited for EmPHorium to possibly work with you in the near future. So with that being said, I just want to go ahead and say thank you at this point for you being on the show, because I know you're very busy, and I appreciate you taking the time to do this. But at the end of the day, we need to do more of this. We need to do more of bringing out all the amazing products, not only bringing the amazing products into the marketplace, but truly having to let people know the story behind the product, because that's really what differentiates it. But you've already chosen a product that's actually really unique already. But just the bonus of knowing when somebody buys the product, they're helping to create livelihoods in Tawi Tawi. So with that being said, thank you, Alyssa. Is there anything that you want to say before you leave?
there is Sir Ferdy. Um, so this was created as a homage, as an ode to the province that housed us, that cared for us, Tawi Tawi, and also to our lolo, our grandfather. We call him Apu. He would usually say in Tausug, maghinang adya kita. So maghinang adya kita, it translates to let's just work. So let's
Yeah.
just work for the betterment of Tawi Tawi, for the betterment of the Philippines, and then move on to other causes, because Philippine agriculture, they need shakers, they need movers now more than ever, because there is a looming food crisis. There is a looming agricultural crisis here in the Philippines, and pinpointing fingers, it won't do us any good now, since
Mhm.
there's a bigger problem that shadows all of us, and it's the injustice that our food producers, our fisher folk, our farmers, that they're facing. So in that manner, we created a social enterprise. We created this brand because we wanted to help them in the long run. We wanted to help them sustainable, not just a cookie cutter intervention, but a long running one that won't stay with them, but also includes their wives, their daughters, and their sons. So I want to highlight what my apo just said, maghinangadya kita. So let's use that as our guiding words. Let's just work for the betterment of the Philippines and be productive, use God's gifts to us and talents, and use it for the betterment of our country. Thank you po, Sir Ferdy,
Well,
and thank you to everyone. And I hope that Emporium would link us to possible partners, resellers, and distributors there in the US because Mangan by Iman holds a lot of potential. The data won't lie, the market won't lie. It's in Google. There are a lot of interest on Seaweed right now, especially with social enterprise with products that has good causes to it. So that's all.
yeah,
Thank you po.
I agree. I agree, and I thank you for. I will have that linger in my mind about your. You said your grandfather. I like the idea that let's just work. Obviously, let's stop sometimes. You know, discussing things. Let's just get to work and get things done. And I like it. So I'm going to end that with our segment with you. Again, thank you so much, Alyssa, for being here and being a sport and going ahead and telling us all about the social enterprise that you guys are involved. And I hope you have the good rest of the day. I know it's Friday there now, right? So you have a whole day ahead of you. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Sir Ferdy. See you soon po. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Okay, everybody. I love this because there's a lot of different and the stories are amazing. Speaking of stories, let me go ahead and get to the second segment. I want to go ahead and bring the person in charge of bringing a lot of products from the Philippines to the U.S. or at least what do you call the what's one word I'm looking for? Consolidating or just helping a lot of inquiries from the Philippines regarding shipping products from the Philippines to the Emporium. So let me bring up Nancy Marquez of RAF, and let me chat with her a little bit and see what's going on with her. And before we get to our next live demo presenter. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Ferdinand. Good morning from the Philippines. How are you?
Nancy. I am just, what can I say to you except that every time you and I interact on Messenger, you are so quick to help a lot of people. And I want to keep blasting that away with everybody that when I refer people to you respond really quick. And as you know, there's been a lot of, at least curiosity, what it's like, what is the cost of shipping products from the Philippines to the U.S. and hopefully all of that become a reality not only for your company but also for them. So tell us a little bit about your week, and then again a little bit about RAF real quick.
Sure. So for this week, we had to travel to Cebu, and I got to talk to one of your former guests in the show. So we got a hold of their products, and we were busy answering inquiries for shipping products from different parts of the country, from Manila and other parts of Visayas and Mindanao. For food, there's also inquiries for what do you call that? The walis, and also some wooden products going to the States. So I am with RAF International. For those who are just tuning in now, and we collaborate with Ferdinand here in bringing the products, sample products, be it small parcels or if you're ready to ship out a pallet, or what we call a per cubic meter via sea freight, we can help you with that. So we've come up with this size boxes actually are what we're trying to push, or actually This is a more convenient way of bringing your products, bringing your sample products to EmPHorium. We have here a 7 kilo box with the dimensions of 18 inches by 9 by 13 inches. Um, this is a 7 kilo box, which will cost you less than, I want to say, in the range of 7 to 8 thousand. And then here is your 5 kilo box with 18 by 12 by 6 inch dimensions. So this is how it's configured. And um, both these boxes will run you less than 9, less than 8. So if you're ready to ship, let's talk. Can't hear you, Ferdy. You're muted, Ferdinand.
Oh, I know I still do it, all right, because I'm just managing the controls and everything. But I'm just wanting to tell everybody that the reason why we continue to work with Nancy is not only because the company is well established, but also she's responsive, right? And she looks for amazing rates for the samples, and she knows how to work with. And that's something that I really discovered that's important. I mean, I could have maybe used somebody here in the U.S., but what's important is that she actually educates because she's there. So she helps you put that stuff together. And the ideal exporter, all they care about really is they just want to get it out of the Philippines in a safe manner, and then just make sure that Nancy took care of it. I mean, when it gets here, obviously they have a network of people that also takes care of what to enter the U.S. But I think the most important part is that the fact that Nancy's there, she's able to contact you in real time and be able to advise you in certain things. And that's why I continue to want to work with him, with Nancy and Raf. And by the way, Nancy, I just want to tell you on air that there's some new developments that I may need to talk to you that will expand what we're doing to another level. And I'm going to reach out to you soon. So mark what I just said to you. So when we talk off the air, I'll tell you more about it. But for now, I just want everyone to really understand the reason why we continue to work with you, because of not only it's the rates, but to me, the customer service is so important, especially when there's a lot of exporters there not knowing what to do. And you've proven yourself time and time again with me, especially this week, where a lot of people were asking about rates, and you're quick on it, because at the end of the day, the samples are just being brought in something as we just want to make it so that it's consistent, that everybody kind of gets an idea how to bring the products, right, Nancy?
Right, yes. So if you have a budget that you're working with as far as the shipping cost goes, if, say, for instance, 7 kilo box is too much for you, then you can scale it down to 1 to 2 kilos. That's going to be less than 5,000 for you. So and I appreciate the introduction, Ferdy, and I would I'm happy to work with you further, take this to the next level, whatever that means. Working with you, it's been a pleasure.
No, we're going to. We're definitely going. We're definitely going to do that. There's a lot more people that are interested, and like I said, very quick. So, with that being said, Nancy, thank you so much. I appreciate all the time. What you do. Yeah. So we'll talk again next week, and stand by for more interesting inquiries.
On standby. Have a good day, Ferdinand.
Okay. Again, she's part of the whole thing of why we do what we do and how we continue to bring products into the EmPHorium and feature them in these live streams, because that's what's important. All right, so our next segment, I want to go ahead and bring out the next live demo presenter. I had an amazing time of talking to her about the products that she wants to demonstrate today. I've been talking to her for a while. I keep looking at the posts that she makes about her products. She's very active in marketing through pop-up events, through trade fairs and things like that in the U.S. I've tasted the products that she makes, and my problem is that it makes me eat more, and I don't need to eat more. I think I'm bursting out of my suit already, because a lot of the samples that I have to experience, I'm eating too much of it. But anyway, all that aside, I want to go ahead and maybe read a little bit of what she's all about. What her company's about is they are a food service distributor with a mission to innovate Filipino food and pasalubong towards an international standard. I always just think that every time I look at the products that she makes, they're all in traditional sense that are all it's well known in the Philippines, but she's created something of a twist. So I let her explain all that. So let me go ahead and introduce June Sanlao of Cheche's Gourmet.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Sir Ferdy. Good morning, everyone. Good evening in
I'm
the
happy.
US.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're finally we get to talk to you about your products. You and I have been talking off and on. We even tried to do a trade show thing, where you broadcasted, but we had a little issue. So now, just like what we did with the first presenter, please talk a little bit about the company, right? And if you care to do that, and then do a demo of the product. Just see what the product looks like, and then we'll talk business. Let's pretend we're talking to a distributor now. What do you want to tell a distributor? What do you want to tell a US-based entrepreneur who may want to resell it or put it in their store or all of that? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you. Is there anything that you want me to clarify before you do?
Well, yes, sir. Thank you so much again for inviting us. And let me just introduce myself. I'm Junson Lau, and I am the general manager of JBV Homemade Food Products. That's our company name, but we go by our flagship products name, our brand name, which is Cheche's Gourmet. And Cheche's Gourmet is a small homegrown business here in Baguio City. It's actually an accidental business because I am not I am not into business. I am a registered nurse to begin with, but business ideas come. So we just and I also wanted to help my senior parents who keeps looking for something to do. So we started manufacturing food products, and that's Cheche's Gourmet. Our products are actually more of the classic Filipino products, innovative Filipino products, and we have Gourmet Tuyo. And here in the Philippines, it's very popular. Gourmet Tuyo is very popular now. When we started, it was just it's not yet known. We started 2016. It's not yet known. So we saw the craze. It became a trend. 2016, 2017, it became a trend. So we saw the opportunity and the growth that the growth for this kind of product. So we keep moving forward. We keep innovating. Even when the pandemic happened, there is still a lot of cravings, a lot of demand for the product. So yeah, our main goal before was to just give our senior parents something to do, something to to get busy with. But God has other plans for us. We started growing. We partnered with DTI for our um, for our product development, for the things we needed to make our business more legal, to make our business more appealing to the general public. So Sir Ferdy, we are very very grateful that you are giving us this opportunity to really expand our product, because our vision has always been to export our classic Filipino delicacies. I know a lot of global Pinoys, as we call them, OFWs, crave for the taste of home. So, and it's very difficult to bring. I know it's very difficult to bring tuyo in the US, even to cook tuyo, because I heard a lot of stories that the neighbors get mad. They call the police. I something like that. And yeah. So, sir, you're muted. So yeah.
I was
So
just gonna say that there's a lot of people that enjoy tuyo, and for those people who may not know what tuyo is, I think it's dried herring, right, June?
yes, it's
Yeah,
dried herring.
it,
So
it's
we
dried herring.
innovated.
So go ahead.
yeah, we innovated a dried herring. Before, you can just fry it as is, just fry the fish, but it's so smelly. And if your neighbor or your, maybe in a condominium, I know it's not allowed to fry tuyo because it's really very smelly, and it would linger in the corridor. It would even linger on the clothes. So we thought of solving that problem. We thought of making it very convenient for everyone to eat tuyo without, without the smell, without the inconvenience of um, having an argument with with other people around. So yeah, we have this. Let me just show you. We bottled it. It's in olive oil,
Oh, let me
and
go ahead and bring up the
yeah,
camera. Let me go ahead and,
I
there you
see.
go.
Yeah,
Okay,
so here,
so
these are our products. We actually have a lot of lines, product lines now. Before we started with just three, there were these three. We have classic tuyo, we have spicy tuyo, and we have sweet and spicy tuyo, everything in olive oil. So we started with that. And eventually we thought, because we have a lot of competitors in the Philippines now, and even, brands exporting already, we thought of innovating it by adding another, or by adding a twist to the product. And we actually introduced a spicy tuyo and classic tuyo with salted egg. So it's always been a partner. For breakfast, you cannot eat tuyo without salted egg. It's I don't know. I think Filipinos love salty food, and
yeah,
especially for breakfast, it's kind of
yeah,
energizing for breakfast. So
it's
we innovated it. We added salted egg. Here, it's actually a slice of salted egg.
no, no. What you've done is that the reason why, because I know you have gourmet tuyo, you have bangos tinapa, you have chicken
Yes,
adobo flakes, and
yes,
chili garlic oil, and even a fresh, I think, strawberry jam of some sort. But if you're just
yes,
talking about tuyo, I mean, there's so many applications for the use of tuyo, right? But you also put it in olive oil, which I
yes.
like. I like olive oil. Okay, so that's to me the innovation of it, that you put it in olive oil. So you put a little bit of, as much as it is salty, but you sort of put a little bit of something healthier in it, in terms of getting rid of the
Mm.
saltiness, or rather because of the olive oil that you use. So I love that. And again, these products that you have, what is it being sold in the Philippines? Like, give me an idea of each of the products that you carry. How much are they for those size of bottles? Because again, remember, we don't know who's watching. It could be a
Mm.
distributor, it could be an online entrepreneur. What is it that you want to tell them about your products in that regards, about the prices and where it's available now?
Well, as for the prices, Sir Ferdy, it ranges from 195 to 260. Our small bottles, 135 grams, and it's actually already good for four people sharing the product. So it's around 195, and our 195 grams, which is the spicy tuyo with salted egg, the bangus tinapa in lemon vinaigrette, and our chicken adobo flakes, which is also one of our best sellers, is our at it retails at 260 here in the Philippines. But for resellers and distributors, we can actually give as much as 10 to 30% discount if they would buy in bulk.
Well, well, that's what I was hoping that you would say, because I think where we want to market that here in the U.S. are probably going to be in the small mom and pop regional stores, right? We
Mhm.
can start with them, and also online retailers, because there's a lot of people in the Midwest where there's no seafood city, which is the most
Mhm.
popular one, an island Pacific. A lot of the online players show your products because they're the ones who could possibly sell it to those areas in the U.S. because they're
Mhm.
all over the place. There's like
Mhm.
almost a million and above Filipinos in the U.S. market. Most of them are in the
Mhm.
Los Angeles area, of course, but there's still a lot of places in the Midwest that could definitely promote the product and be sold there. So
Mhm.
let me ask you this: as far as your aspirations and goals in the next 6 months, which I asked the other demo presenter, what do you want to do? I mean, who do you want to talk to? As far as also again the pricing of the products, all of that. Let's convince a distributor to really carry your product. What do you want our viewers in the U.S. to know about your products and what you want to do, June?
Yes. Well, we have been trying to reach the U.S. market consistently, and we have been we partnered with DTI EMB for again, like I mentioned earlier, sir. We are trying to really improve our product in terms of packaging, in terms of certification. So with the help of DTI, here in our city in Baguio, we were able to secure our FDA licenses, our certificate of product registration, which are very essential for us to get into the international market. So we already have that, but for other products, we are still working on it for the certificate of product registration, and we are still very small, so we are looking for resellers and partner distributors in the United States who would like to grow with us. You know, as we grow, we also want other people to grow with us. So if you're a mom, most of our resellers are actually mothers, office workers, and they would carry, you know, a box of product in their offices and just sell it there. So if you want to have, you know, an extra income, by selling, by, you know, offering products to your coworkers, to your neighbors, to other Filipinos, to other Filipino friends, you are very welcome to join our growing family. We actually have a lot of inquiries, Sir Ferdy, coming from the United States. But when we had those inquiries, we are not ready. Our papers were not yet ready. We were kind of scared for, to expand to expand our market. But now, I would say that we are already confident because, with your help, we were able to secure our US FDA last year. So that made us really very confident to offer our products again to the US market. And with the help of Mom Nancy, which you said, sir, very, very responsive to my inquiries about shipping and all. So I hope that, we can get consistent clients in the United States now. And
Well,
yeah.
I'm basically telling everybody your story is similar to a lot of Philippine manufacturers, and that's why Emporium was created. Because again, just let me take 20 seconds of your time just to tell you that you see that's what we're trying to do. If once Cheche's Gourmet sends their products here, even in sample sizes, she can tell all of her social media followers or relatives or people who have inquired about the product. They can truly experience it here now rather than sending samples all over the place. So a lot of the marketing that you need to do if you want to get your product is just get it to Emporium because it's free to do that, just having the display here. And now you can tell everybody in the Philippines or in your friends and families that are in the US, especially if they're in Los Angeles area, to go and visit it. You see, that's the beauty. At least that's one of the components of Emporium to be able to help out in that regard. So I've been through your journey. You told me all about what you're doing, and I think you're doing a great job in marketing it, June. You go to all these events in the Philippines. So in the Philippines, if they're watching this now, again, where can they buy the products in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, we are just available online in the e-commerce platform Shopee, TikTok. Even in TikTok, we are also available. We're trying to tap other markets here, like supermarkets in the Philippines, but hopefully that would be for next year. Or you can reach us via our Facebook page, Cheche's Gourmet Official, or our Instagram page, Cheche's Gourmet Official. If you want to be a reseller, you can just send us a message, and I would personally reply to you. We also joined Sir Sunday Market in Session Road, Baguio City, and for if there are people watching from Baguio or OFWs from Baguio, you can visit us also in our pop-up event this Saturday and this November 12 to November 20. We call it Mandeco Quito in Baguio City, and in English it's Sell Let's Sell. So there are a lot of artisan products there from Baguio and from the Cordilleras.
But that's what I'm saying to you, June. The products, there's that are here and want to know about the products, but also some people may not know about your products, and some people are watching it. And you have made a good point. A lot of OFWs, right? So again, I appreciate you being on the show and telling us about the products. So because again, what I'm trying to just convey to everybody, if you're a distributor, reseller, and you want to do that here in the U.S., please reach out to EmPHorium, and so that we can give you more information about Cheche's Gourmet. But if you're in the Philippines, obviously go to her Facebook page, go to the places that she mentioned, and because she's all over the place promoting the product. And I guarantee you, the only warning that I'll give all of you is that, and this is all on the products that I've tasted, it just gets you to eat more, and I love that. But some of the products also are also very good in terms of what they've done with it and innovating, and I like that. That's why I wish we had time to talk about the adobo flakes, because that is so great. Because if you're in a hurry, all you want is warm or hot rice, and you put the adobo flakes on it, you're good to go. Right? Those are one of the products that I really like to out of convenience.
Yeah, I
So
hope
is
next time, sir, we can talk about adobo flakes. It's actually a an original recipe of my mother.
Yeah, and that's why I was sort of intrigued by it. So hopefully, when you're ready to send more samples to EmPHorium, you'll include that, at least especially for me, so that I can really devour that thing. Because yeah, I'm
Definitely,
curious to see what that is. So with that being said, I'll end the show here. But I always like to end it with you saying the last words as far as your segment. Is there anything that you want to send or tell the consumers in the Philippines as well as the U.S., June?
Well, yes, sir. Actually, there are a lot of great products in the Philippines, innovative products that you can support. And with supporting local, we can make them known not only here in the Philippines but also international, because our products are really great, and the export market is a great opportunity for small businesses like us to expand also. Thank you, sir, for thank you
Yeah,
so much for
let's just be consistent.
yes.
No problem. Thank you, June. You did a wonderful job in talking about the product. Like I said, I salivate because I just love the product that I've tasted already. So thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll continue to have a conversation and maybe figure out ways how to bring the products here effectively and see how we can go ahead and continue to market it to a lot of people who may want to be a reseller. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, June. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Ferdy. Bless you. Thank you, everyone.
All right. So I want to go ahead, and before I go to the next segment, I just want to say hello to Matt Maleraso Abrar Hataman, because he was saying earlier, proud of Alisa, May and Salazar. You're always amazing for trying to support us and by watching us. Wow, nakakagutom ang tuyo. Definitely, right? Definitely. And then Therese JC, how to be a reseller of Cheche's Gourmet. And then I want to make a comment to Ria Ivy Villahermosa. Good morning. Wow, another something new and something unique from the Philippines. Always, dear lady, there's always something new, and you just have to bring attention to it. I also want to bring attention or say hello to Ralph Madaraso. The seaweed chips are delicious. Yes, I agree, Ralph. They are delicious. I wish there were more samples in here, but then again, I'm afraid I'm going to eat them. So with that, thank you so much. And then I want to say hello again to Tonette. She's in U.S. She just said hello, and she continues to support us. I Appreciate that. And last but not least, Matt Maderaso, he's watching from the Philippines. He was the one responsible for bringing attention to the products of Juana's Delight. And let's see, what else was I? Oh, I just want to go ahead and do a quick plug for Matt. It says, proud to be Planners Products Agri-Women Ambassador of Mindanao with the object of enticing young women to agriculture. Perfect. That's what I want to do. EmPHorium can only grow because of its collaboration with people like Matt. And if you guys want to know who Matt is, look him up. He's a mover and shaker in the Philippines, and I'm glad to have him as part of EmPHorium in terms of reaching out to people that we can feature on the show also. All right, with that being said, I want to bring attention now. The next segment is something new. I want to bring attention to a couple who is going to be instrumental in creating more value to Philippine manufacturers. I discovered them because they were following or watching the show, and turns out what they were doing is they have a business in Florida. That's Florida in the United States. Then they help people with brand management, brand creation, and they are experts in Amazon and marketing to Amazon, I should say. And I'm happy to collaborate with them because now anybody who in the Philippines wants to be in Amazon, they can go ahead and learn a lot from this couple. And then, or if they want to ship the products and have it on their online site too, then they can also help. The name of their company is Seller Pal, but I could be wrong. They could be another company that they're putting these services under, but that's one of the companies that they have. So let me go ahead and introduce to all of you, just to introduce, you'll see them more. This is just going to be a brief introduction, but there's going to be more of them showing up and having even a master class of them presenting what they know and how to be successful on Amazon. Okay, so here they are.
Hi everyone. Hi Ferdinand.
Nen, how are you guys?
Hi.
Good. Yeah, nakakagutom yung mga naunang show at yung mga unang guest mo.
Meron akong snacks na gusto kong kainin tapos yung tuyo, nandito ako sa EmPHorium, kailangan sana kung merong kanin, kinain ko na yung sample dito. It's simple, right? But yeah, I'm going to do that. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to introduce yourself and tell everyone that's watching from the Philippines as well as here how amazing you guys are and what you can do for Philippine manufacturers, and tell them why you decided to collaborate with us and hopefully do more of appearances and maybe even do a master class with EmPHorium and get everybody excited. Okay, so go ahead. I'll give you the camera now, and go ahead and explain what you guys do and tell a little bit about your company.
Okay, so I'm Ava Flores, and I'm here with my husband. And of course, we have been an Amazon seller for almost 7 years now. And then by that, we became very successful selling different items from anything to everything.
We do wholesale?
With wholesale, with retail items. And we expanded into opening and acquiring a warehouse that caters specifically to Amazon sellers like myself. Yeah. So we realized that there's a gap in the market that we can cater to, that we can help more Amazon sellers launch their products. And we specifically, what we do is in the warehouse is we prep, package, ship, and store items, sometimes store items before shipping it out to Amazon warehouse. Mm-hmm. And now part of one of our businesses as well is marketing and launching and creating an Amazon store for every reseller or Amazon sellers that is interested in our services.
Yep. So we got the idea kasi we do wholesale before in Amazon, and we saw a lot of like Pakistan that they're selling a lot on Amazon. So we got the idea like, why we not, like, we have Philippines have a lot of potential. We have a lot of good products. Why not we source our products in the Philippines? So we source our product in the Philippines. We have a coffee that right now we're selling in Amazon, sourced from the Philippines, and now we get like idea like it was just us. Why not like collaborate with other manufacturer
Or supplier.
to help them to bring their products here in the US through Amazon? But why we chose Amazon? Because
It's the biggest platform. It's the
yeah,
biggest platform. Of course, everybody knows Amazon, and there's 300 million active users worldwide, and it's the best one number one choice of shoppers. Of course, you know everyone,
in the US.
everyone shops in Amazon.
Yep.
So we're in the right platform, and we have the leverage of introducing, showcasing, and patronizing our own products, our own resources from the Philippines. So
Mhm.
right now, as Nate said, we are importing some of our own products to Amazon coming from Mindanao,
Yeah,
coffee from Mindanao. And as he said, he got the idea of why we cannot,
help
help a lot of people from the Philippines
the mom
to,
and pop, the backyard
yeah,
manufacturer in the Philippines showcase their products here in the US using Amazon platform.
because we already have a warehouse where they can store. We can always do the fulfillment,
Yep.
and so that's a good start. A good start to introduce their products as well. And of course, we are also Filipinos that they can trust here in the US. So there's a big leverage in their business as well. So
Mhm.
there's two methods that we can do that.
Yeah.
So either they want us to become a reseller of
We
their
can buy your
products,
products wholesale.
or they can do the distributorship, or they can do their own
Yep.
products, list their products, and we'll do the whole
We will
whole
guide you how to.
whole
Yeah, we will guide you. Like if you're scared to get into a US market, we could guide you. Like we could guide you what are the requirements for FDA. For we could guide you how you could put your products in Amazon, how you could leverage Amazon as a platform, and at the same time, when you're in Amazon, you could touch mom and pop or a local distributor, brick and mortar stores.
okay.
So,
Okay, so that's it. That's what we do.
yeah.
So we're just excited.
We're excited for the collaboration
Because
with
we
Ferdinand.
saw a lot of potential and
Yeah.
the great products from the Philippines, and it's just a matter of introducing them, showcasing their products, and we can be more prouder
Yeah.
to be fellow Filipinos.
Yeah. And prior to this,
US market.
before I met Ferdy, prior to this, we already like where we can find products in the Philippines that we could bring here in the US, and then I saw Ferdy on EmPHorium and like, oh, there you go. So Ferdinand, thank you for creating this platform to connect to connect manufacturer and entrepreneurs. Nakamute ka? You're muted.
I want to thank you guys, because it's one thing to find the products, right? But the important thing is to have buyers or potential buyers, right? And you are able to know how to do that through Amazon. And that's what I'm excited about, the collaboration. Because at the end of the day, what's important here is that we continue to teach Philippine manufacturers how to get into the US market, understand the US market. And since, like you said, Ava, you already important, because in the Philippines, what's popular is Lazada. In the US, it's Amazon. So it's the same, but it's not the same, in terms of the nuances of doing business in Amazon. So that's why there's a lot of services in the Philippines right now that I'm not going to name who they are, but that's what they promised to do that. And you guys can do that now easily by just collaborating with EmPHorium. So that's why I'm excited. So what I'm hoping that you guys will continue to do is not only you appear on the show and do tips, maybe like for 5 minutes or something, tips on that, and then actually even do a master class on how to do Amazon, and then we'll continue to help you find products that you can find and put in your store or your online, whether you're going to teach them how to do that, or you actually buy it yourself because you believe in the product. But at the end of the day, you both give so much value to a Filipino manufacturer.
Yep. and 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 that's why I resonate with you because you wanted to help Filipino uh, entrepreneurs at the same time manufacturer to bring a livelihood to our countrymen.
Oh yeah, definitely. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go and go into our next segment, which is the last one. But again, if you want to say something brief and just say, for up until the next show or whatever, go ahead and do that and let us know. Is there something that you want to tell the audience before you guys go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, what we could say is we are here to help, and we are excited for our collaboration,
Okay.
for our future collaboration, and we are here to help bring showcase Filipino products in the U.S. market.
Great. Thank you so much both for being on the show. And again, I'm hoping that you guys will make time to continue to be a part of the show and then do the master classes. So thank you so much. And I know it's late there in Florida. I think it's about what, 9:15. I don't know. I'm getting older. So to me, like 9:10 or 10 o'clock is getting late already. So with that being said, thank you so much, guys. And then we will talk soon. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. That was fun because they're going to mean so much to a lot of Philippine manufacturers. Trust me. They're going to create more opportunities and really teach our viewers or Philippine manufacturers how to really utilize Amazon because they've been doing it for a while. I like connecting with them because they actually have a warehouse also. They're in the eastern part of the United States, and there's a lot of Filipinos in Florida also. But again, it's not about the Filipinos. It's all about the value and the knowledge that they'll be able to share for anybody who wants to create a business online. Again, that's all to me the name of the games: getting the products, finding the products, and hopefully they're competitively priced, and figure out how to sell them effectively on Amazon. Okay, so our next last segment, I always want to end it with something positive, and you can count on it that every time this gentleman is on the show, he always says something positive. He is a social media motivator, the expert or a great disciple of attraction marketing, and he has his own product that he's promoting. It's a Philippine product also, and he's about to tell us a little bit more about attraction marketing, and then just sort of like thoughts of the day, as far as sales is concerned, because all of us in some way want to have our own business, and some people are very into it, and if it's not even a business, it's just about being motivated to do whatever you got to do the next day. So with that being said, I guarantee you, after you talk to this gentleman or after you listen to what he's got to say, you're definitely going to be motivated. So let me go ahead and bring him up. His name is Sal Jumawan. He is from Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, Sal.
Hey, Ferdy, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, bro. Hey, I got to tell you, on camera, you're looking skinny. I barely didn't see you.
I am this small.
Anyway, I did the introduction, how amazing you are already. So if you want to go ahead and repeat what I said already, go please do so in your own words. But enlighten us a little bit about attraction marketing. Tell us the marketing thought of the day. So let's end our show with a positive note and something people to be excited about. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for always bringing me on board, Ferdy. Perfect timing. I got home just in time. So anyway, so attraction marketing. So why am I so passionate with this? Because a lot of times when people have decided to get into an entrepreneurship or to do business for themselves, the first thing they think about is who are they going to share their business and product and services with, right? Well, of course, the first thing they think about is their friends and family. Now, I'm very passionate with what I share because I've been through this. I've been through the cycle and motion where I got started. I'm so excited about the business. I'm so excited about this product. Why are the people that I was hoping to help me are not as excited as I am? Well, I'm here to share to people that That's just the psychology of getting started in the business, especially in social media. It's not our friends and family are not being negative when they're not supporting us right away to begin with. When we start sharing our product and services in our market, it's just the fact that we haven't done it enough. We haven't sent the message yet. We haven't branded our message to them. So that's my passion. My passion is to give people ideas, inspire people, motivate people that anybody can do what we do as long as they have that spirit. Because I always tell people also that in business, majority of people that will support and patronage our product and services, they just wants the product. So we have to understand that we don't have to try to convert everybody to become a reseller just because they're interested about our product. So we need to learn how to gauge it. So by doing so, mindset, when we're getting into the business is very, very important. Now, I wanted to connect the two pieces, where, let me go back a little bit. The one thing that really inspired me, Ferdy, is that, there's this one show in the Philippines that I think it was by ABS-CBN. It's called My Kabuhayan or something like that. And I'm very inspired where there's a lot of our kababayan, they find a way, they get their hands on their product they're really passionate about, and then they enhance or they innovate. Like some of them, like the taho. Earlier, I was listening how the lady innovated tuyo. Like for me now, I don't really have to worry about my neighbors complaining about tuyo and still enjoy the flavor of tuyo in different flavors right. So that's what really kind of inspired me is a lot of people's lives are changed, but with the help of social media, right? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Now, of course, we always hear the story. We hear the glory, but we don't hear the story. So I love to teach people about the story a lot of times behind those glory, because number one, it's the mindset that, what, hey, not because you're excited about the product, everyone around you is going to be excited about it. Your excitement, our excitement can influence people only when people seen it enough over and over and over again. If our excitement is consistent, are we more excited now than they saw us before? When we can become like that, then we can start influencing people. And that's why in social media, it's more powerful when people are not too salesy, but more influencing. So with attraction marketing, we just want to share to people that, keep in mind the psychology, why people go to social media. But being an entrepreneur, we become creative, sending that message while we keep the psychology, why people keep showing up in the social media, right? Because people want to know what other people's business is, friends and family or new friends, without being, they don't go show up in a social media, getting up in the morning. Oh yeah, I can't wait to go to check my profile so I can buy something to somebody, right? So anyway, so that's what attraction marketing is all about. Keep the excitement of what social media can provide to people, but at the same time, we can be creative, exerting our message to the people. I hope that makes sense, Ferdy. Oh, you're muted, Ferdy.
You always make sense, Sal, only because I want to bring attention to I want to tell everybody that you do this thing every morning where you talk about what's in your mind, how to go ahead and go do about their business, of whether sales or marketing or whatever. And it's entertaining, and the proof is in the pudding. So if you guys want to follow what he's saying, please go to Facebook under Sal Jimawan, right? I mean, that's your page. And go ahead and listen to him, because there's, I only give him a short amount of time because obviously he's busy and the show's going to end and we don't want to be here forever also. But at the same time, I don't want to discount what some of the nuggets of wisdom that he has because of all the things that inspire him. I like the Micah Buhayan also because obviously that really shows the different innovation, the creativities of the Filipinos, and I love that part. And it's about survival, it's about thriving, and it has a lot of different components when I like, and that's what we're actually trying to do here, but from the segment of exporting products, because that's also something that can be challenging at times, but it's worth it, especially if you're going into the US market. So Sal, with that being said, is there any last comments that you want to have regarding that? You want to promote something that maybe some people will find value in it? Is there something that you want to do like that?
Yes, we had a we missed our, we were working out a master class for attraction marketing, but we're gonna reconvene. We're gonna reset that schedule. I'm excited to share that to everybody. We already got the template and everything. We just need to find the reschedule for it. So we want to invite you, if you wanted to learn how the attraction marketing can be a piece of your marketing. I love what I heard about the Amazon opportunity. So what I tell people, the people around us can support us, but if you want a big business, you want more people that doesn't know you to hear about what you got. And I always like to end it with this quotation that I live by. People will do business with the people they know, they like, and they trust. So we need to work with know. Know means build your database, build your exposure. More people see you. Like means connecting with people, not just you giving information, but you're not interacting with people, right? And then trust. At the end of the day, when they know you, they see you all the time, they start liking you. The trust, they're the ones gonna say, I like this guy. I like, oh, what are you using, Sal?
Yeah.
What are you using, Purdy? What coffee is that? And then they're the ones you don't need to convince people. All you need to do is just influence them. So with that, that's all I got for today.
Sal, I will continue that, but I know you got to go. You had a busy day, so I'm going to leave you go. But I'm looking forward to that masterclass. I know that you put it together, but in the future, if there's any other things that you want to promote, you're always free to do that, because at the end of the day, by this collaboration and you coming in, you're giving us value. You're giving us things that, again, what we're trying to build here are resellers. What we're trying to build here is trust. We're trying to build sort of transparency among all the people that we're actually trying to work with to uplift Philippine manufacturers or products here in the U.S. So with that being said, I'll let you go. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you,
and
Freddie.
I hope you have a good rest of the night. Okay, everybody, that pretty much wraps it up. We started the show talking about innovation, and we're going to end that with innovation. With Seaweed chips and Cheche's Gourmet, right? Juana's Delight. So to me, what I like about today's show is that we were reminded of social enterprise. We were reminded of a small business trying to do better and expand into other parts of the world, like the US. In some way, this is a plug for EmPHorium. That's all we were trying to do. So if you're a Philippine manufacturer and you really want to understand what you want to bring your products to the US and have people try it, this is what I always say. You can do an amazing job with social media, but at the end, what EmPHorium is about is an experience center also. You need to go ahead and bring the products here so that we can expose it to the people who visit the showroom, as well as our own humble way of marketing the products to distributors. So again, for those who are interested in doing that, to display your products in EmPHorium, all of that is free. Anything beyond that, that's a more like a customized sort of a discussion that we have in how you want to market the product. But at the end, again, please do that, consider it, because this is just our way. We want EmPHorium to be consistent. We want EmPHorium to be able to be a global business center, an event marketing company, a sourcing company, as well as education and market research. So that's why we said elevate, empower, and the last thing is hopefully entertain. Okay, so we try to do our best to be entertaining, fast paced, do different things, and not completely be bogged down with one topic. But in other segments of EmPHorium, we will do that. We will focus on one particular company and talk about that. And then one expert, just like Sal was about to say, we're trying to do more of those type of shows also, where we focus on one subject, call it a master class. All right, with that being said, everybody, I just set it up so that we can go, oh, let me see if there's a one last comment. Great work and content. Thanks, Ferdinand Soriano. It's a Facebook user. I don't know who it is, but whoever it is, thank you so much. And again, I want to go ahead and thank everyone who continues to watch Live at the EmPHorium. So if you watched it and you want to enter in and you want to help other people, I guarantee you what we do here is just really trying to educate more people and empower them at the end of the day. The entertaining stuff, that's just me being goofy or whatever. But at the same time, all the guests, I try to tell them just to be relaxed and enjoy themselves and being on there and then talk as we're just talking to people and introducing the products. Okay. So, but you guys are the ones that are going to share the content. And I ask you to please do that to support Philippine-made products, investments, and services, so we can create more livelihoods there. But it's not a one-way street, because if you do that, you create businesses here too. So you're helping, you're creating something in the U.S. too by creating a business here. But it's by Philippine-made products though. So with that being said, thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. All right, and I will say my goodbye. Currently live in EmPHorium in the